YouTubers, welcome to Bikini Nation's special coverage of the Arnold Classic. I hope you're all well and enjoying the show, and if you're unable to tune in to the Arnold, don't worry. I'm going to talk you through how the prejudging panned out for the bikini division. We are going to dissect the whole prejudging and let you guys know who the frontrunners are for the 2022 Arnold Classic. Firstly, must I say, wow, just wow. I am so impressed and blown away by each and every competitor who stepped on that prestigious stage. Many took me by surprise and came out looking even better than I anticipated. How exciting, guys! The first call out consisted of Ashley Coldwaza, Maureen Blanquisco, Issa Pecini, and Lauralie Chapados. So this clearly shows us this is who the judges were most impressed by when watching the 10 competitors' individual routines. Eventually, with a bit of shuffling around by the judges, they moved Lauralie into first position, with Ashley second, Issa third, and Maureen fourth. Right now, it looks like the judges are really comparing Ashley and Lauralie. Both Maureen and Issa also spent some time in the middle, but not for anywhere as near as long as Ashley and Lauralie, which means at this point they are likely sitting in the third and fourth positions. So we know that the results of the prejudging provide a pretty good indication of what will happen in finals, and they will look to compare them further to lock in their final decisions on who will win and cement the final ordering of competitors. It will also be interesting to see how these girls turn out for the final show, and if anyone improves with that bit of extra time, such as tightening up or filling out a bit more, or if anyone slips up, which could potentially impact the final results. Either way, this was such an impressive first call out, and it most definitely proves the high caliber of these top tier bikini competitors and how amazing this sport really is. Then we had the bikini second call-outs, which was also wonderful to watch and to see the competitors go head to head. Let's remember that these call-outs are also extremely important as they are crucial in determining who will get into that fifth position. The second call-out consisted of Alessia Facchin, Dannenmiller, Phoebe Hagan, Jourdanne, Allison Testu, and Lucia Malavaze. After a bit of moving and comparing the girls in front and back poses, it looks like they were looking at Jourdanne, Alessia, and Lucia, the most trying to work out who will get into that fifth and sixth spot. It is a really tight race, guys, and just goes to show how hard it must be for the judges because they all look phenomenal. Let's not also forget that these competitors are still the top in the whole bikini division and were selected to compete at this show for a reason. Now let's take a closer look at the top 4 competitors and how they looked in their individual routines and how we think they fared up against some of the other top tier competitors. I also want to highlight some of the competitors who blew me away and brought in even better packages than I expected. Firstly, the GOAT Ashley Coldwaza. Now I've said this before and I'll say it again, you can never discount Ashley because every time you do, she just shows you why she's one of the best to ever compete in the bikini division. Her experience, consistency, professionalism, and extensive knowledge on how to peak her body is just exceptional, and it really showed today. Ashley came out in second in the individual routines in her signature red bikini, which also had a bit of a different colour in the trim of the crystals, which I think was a really nice touch for her. I think Ashley's conditioning was absolutely perfect today, and her balance from her upper to lower body was extremely proportionate, which is a huge tick for bikini. Her overall package was incredible, and this is why the judges are looking to place her in that top 2. Maureen was the 4th competitor to come out on the Arnold Classic stage. Maureen wore a beautiful blue aqua coloured suit, which is different to her usual red bikini. I personally think it was a nice look for Maureen and loved her eyeshadow matched her suit colour, which just shows a high level of detail and polish in her final look, which is so important. Now taking a closer look at her physique, Maureen, you can see that she brought in a bit more overall muscle compared to last year at Olympia. She showcased such round and full muscle bellies today, which were a big wow factor for her physique and certainly made her stand out. As always, Maureen also presented very confidently and effortlessly in her routine, which was another huge standout for her. It looks like Maureen is sitting in that fourth spot after prejudging. Issa Pecini was the 7th athlete to walk out on that stage. When I first saw her, I was blown away and immediately thought she's going to do super well today and surely be in that top 4. Issa also opted for a different colour bikini at the Arnold, wearing red, which I personally think looked great on her and could be a fantastic look moving forward. Her physique looked magnificent and I was really impressed by her. Her overall shape, taper and conditioning was almost flawless. We know Issa has won the Arnold Classic title before, so she has been there before and knows what it takes to win. Heading into finals, it looks as though she'll be gunning for that 3rd or 4th position with Maureen. I honestly can't wait, and we know anything can happen as it is bikini, and these few hours between prejudging and finals will make all the difference in the placings and who will ultimately take home the Arnold Classic crown. And don't get me wrong guys, Issa is looking really good. It'll be interesting to see how her and the other competitors show up to finals. She could hold her position, move up a position, or even drop down a position, and we will find out soon. Now on to the last competitor who stepped out on the stage and the fan favourite, Lauralie Chapados. And let me tell you straight away, she absolutely did not disappoint. This is probably the best I have ever seen Lauralie. Honestly, it seems like she nailed everything down to her hair and makeup. Her conditioning was perfect, not too hard but not too soft. Her balance and overall shape. Her glutes were a standout, which should not be a surprise, as this is probably her most signature and most developed body part. At times in the past, her glutes have been slightly dominant when looking at her overall package, but today I do not think this was the case. It was on point, and I would say she probably won that back post whilst doing the comparisons with the top 4. Right now, it's clearly looking like Lauralie is a front runner to take home that coveted title, but they were comparing her a lot with Ashley. Lauralie was front and centre for most of the show. It is really her title to lose, so she has to make sure she turns up 100% at finals. Guys, please let me know what your thoughts are, and if you are enjoying this show, write down in the comments section below. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be putting out a final recap video once the finals are completed. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram. It all means the world to me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Over and out from Bikini Nation.